Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing today? Yes, I am here to react on a video of Magnus Oraka, what he said about Yoruba people. Okay, we were having a live broadcast before, and I was told that Biafran cabinet members are coming live, so I have to end it. So we are going to complete that video, but for now, let's go through the video of Magnus Oraka, what he said, and his reaction based on what is going on in Nigeria. And there's some comment that he made about Biafran Prime Minister, which I would like you to listen. That is why I want to bring this video to you, so that you understand his own side of the story. But the main thing is not about Biafran Prime Minister being, interrogated in Finland. No. What he said is based on the current regime of Tinubu and what is going on in Nigeria. But before then, don't forget to like this video and share, subscribe. Tell me what you think about what we are going to discuss now. I thank you so much for that, and God bless you as you do so.
Very sensitive, and it is my sincere hope that you do not construe it as a generalization. Trust me, I hope you do not see it as a tribal attack. For those of you who come to my page and think that today the Igbos will attack me, that I hate Igbos. Tomorrow the Yorubas will say I hate Yorubas. Tomorrow the North will say I hate North. Well, it only points to one thing. I am for everybody, I am for nobody. You see, I'm going to ask a very wild question. Just thinking aloud, so that we can try to provide answers to these questions. Let me read something I copied from a WhatsApp group. Now, these are the appointments so far that Tinubu has made. In this Nigeria we have, the president is a Yoruba man, the minister of finance, a Yoruba man, minister of education, Yoruba man, minister of trade and industry, Yoruba man, minister of petroleum, Yoruba man, minister of marine and blue economy, Yoruba man, minister of power, Yoruba, minister of justice, Yoruba, minister of communication, Yoruba, minister of interior, Yoruba, minister of solid minerals, Yoruba, EFCC, Yoruba, CBN, Yoruba, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Yoruba, NIRSAL, Yoruba, DG, DSS, Yoruba, Chief of Army Staff, Yoruba, CG, Controller General Custom, Yoruba, Controller General Immigration, Yoruba, Chief of Defense Intelligence, Yoruba, Permanent Secretary State House, Yoruba, Commandant Guards Brigade, Yoruba, Inspector General of Police, Yoruba, DG BPE, Yoruba, DG BPP, Yoruba, Chief of Staff, Yoruba, Accountant General of the Federation, Yoruba, Heads of Service of the Federation, Yoruba, FCCPC, Yoruba, NEPA, Yoruba, NIMASA, Yoruba, NSITF, Yoruba, PENCOM, Yoruba, AMCOM, Yoruba, MPHCDA, Yoruba, NAFDAC, Yoruba, NIDCOM, Yoruba, NOA, Yoruba, NEPZA, Yoruba, retired CJN, Yoruba, current CJN, Yoruba, former Chief of Army Staff, Yoruba, current Chief of Army Staff, Yoruba. In addition to the following, Yorubas are holding sensitive committee at the National Assembly, Senate Leader, Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senate Committee on Banking and Finance, Senate Committee on Industries, Senate Committee on Marine Transport, House Committee Chairman on Finance, House Committee on Customs. These don't even include the Federal Commissioner. Anyway, let's go ahead. Then, say only yesterday, the Federal Yoruba government made 4 appointments to the post of DG of same federal parastatal. 3 of those were given to Yoruba people, namely Mr. Olawole Olapade, Director General, National Sports Commission, Dr. Abisoye Fagade, Director General, National Institute of Hospitality and Tourism, Dr. Adebowale Adekoku, Director General, Bureau of Public Procurement. Now, I have decided to read all these things because when I made my videos and I said that The problem we have with Nigeria is that we have tribal champions as leaders. We barely have leaders who have a nationalistic intent. Now, when I was growing up, I grew up in a Yoruba compound, SS5 GBR Road in Kaduna. Believe me when I tell you that the first language I spoke in my tongue, the first language I spoke was Yoruba. Auntie Rashida, Rasaki, Rifkatu, Sanjay, Brother Sanjay, Ekpa. But to this way, if you speak Yoruba, I can hear it. I can hear almost everything you're saying, but a little bit of the syllables have missed, so I can't speak it very well. Mi le sọ Yorùbá dáadáa, but tẹ́ńbà sọ Yorùbá mi lè gbọ́ kìíní tẹ́ ń sọ. So I stopped as at the age of 8. Yeah, I was 8 years when we moved to the barracks. And when we went to the barracks, Pidgin English took over. So gradually Pidgin English fizzled out Yoruba. So, but while I was growing up, I saw Yorubas as an enlightened set of people. That's my impression. An enlightened set of people who loved enjoyment. You know, when you go to their parties, because in the barracks, even the poorest man, when he's going to hold a party, you'll be shocked at what you will eat. You eat a lot, you know, and there's no discrimination as to who eats what or who doesn't eat what. Everybody eats and you eat until your man. I remember Papa Shegun, if he holds party that time in the barrack, man, they'll bring live musician who dance and eat and lick all the plates. So I got this impression that then when I started hearing Professor Wole Soyinka, Professor this, Professor that, so I felt they are diseducated. So, and trust me, up till the 2000s, I never had any question as to the integrity of the Yoruba people. Never had it. Never had it. Even when you see IPOB, these IPOB people kept saying Yorubas are traitors, Yorubas are tribalistic, Yoruba. I never conformed to them because I had my own dealings with them. So I never had this thing. But the Tinubu government, prior to the election and after the election, has opened a lot of perspective to me. And this perspective is what I'm going to talk about. Because there are 375 ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. When a president begins to apportion all these appointments to his tribe, it means the rest of the tribe means nothing. It means we, the other tribe in Nigeria, we mean nothing. And trust me, we cannot move forward like this. The only thing that this type of appointments can bring, and it's a total of what? Let me see again. It's a total of, let me see. A total of, first of all, we have 44 appointments and 44 plus 7, that's 21, plus 4, plus 3, that's 24. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's just be honest. I don't care whether you're an Igbo man, Hausa, Yoruba, but you say, when Buhari was there, Buhari did it. But you fail to understand that when Jonathan was there, Jonathan didn't do it. And yet, you say Jonathan is the worst president we've ever had. Jonathan didn't play this tribal game. Jonathan didn't come there and started making chief of staff, Ijo, chief of army staff, Ijo, finance, Ijo, everything, Ijo. He didn't do that. Yet you all blamed him. You all protested against him. You said everything bad about Jonathan. Now you have these monstrous characters that have come in and they are sowing seed of hatred. As much as I don't like the agitation of IPOB and the clownish character they call Simon Ekpa. If I'm an Igbo man, I'll be angry. I have to be angry. I should be angry. There is nothing about Nigeria that should make me happy. But that does not mean I should pursue it in a wrong way. If I'm an Hausa man, a northerner right now, I should be happy. And if I'm an Hausa man, I should be angry. And one thing with these leaders, when they play with the collective intelligence of Nigeria, is they forget that everything comes to an end. In fact, the Hausa have a saying for it to say, Lefin Daddy Kariwani. This thing will definitely come to an end. It is sweet now, but it will come to an end. Abacha, as strong as Abacha thought he was, he did everything without seeking permission. In those days, we had Abacha television, Abacha rice, Abacha clock, Abacha radio, Abacha wristwatch. It ended. So Tinubu should also know that it will end. There is a guy, there is an electrician that repairs my car. Electrician that fixes my electrical problem in my car. Before the election, and one carpenter, there was nothing you could tell him to suggest that Tinubu was a bad choice. Nothing. All he was seeing was that Yoruba, 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 Yoruba. So I ask a question. Please, if you are a Yoruba man, and you are watching me, please understand that this is not an attack on Yoruba people, but this is an opening, a dialogue to see if another tribe is doing this same thing in Nigeria. Would you be happy? And all the mechanics saw was Yoruba, 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 Yoruba. And I tried to reason with them, but it just couldn't see. Today when I went to the park, some time ago, when I went to the garage, and he was just sitting there, no work. I tell him, I said, my guy, how far now? Tinubu, they give you work, abi? He said, I bring. I said, look, something wrong with my car. The traffic gate, no, the traffic gate, but I won't give you the car. I just brought the car here to first tell you that I won't give you the car. Make you for know next time. And the funny thing say, now you they suffer pass. You get me? So I ask a question. There is my printer, somebody who does my printing job. I've been engaged with that guy now for 3 years. 3 years. Or 4 years. Yeah, okay. 4 years. Every time somebody leaves, maybe it's one of the computer computer attendant that leaves, he will replace it to the Yoruba person. If the manager that leaves, he will replace it to another Yoruba person. I ask a simple question. Is it that Yorubas are afraid to intermingle with other tribes? Is it a complex that is inferior or a superiority complex? I'm asking this question with an open heart. When I was doing my youth service, sometime way back, in the orientation camp in Anegbete, every other person was interacting. The Igbos were interacting. The Hausas were interacting. I was interacting. But you find the Yorubas will have a way of the one that came from Ondo, the one that came from Oyo, the one that came from Lagos, the one that came from Ekiti. They find a way of now gathering themselves together. No, it is what I observed. It's just what I observe. I'm not trying to be, I don't know how to pretend. That's my problem. Yeah? You get me? So, they find a way of gathering and say, Mbatiwa, Ondo, they find a way of just, so, that social structure that NYC was built to create and pave way for social interaction, it's not there. It's not there. So I ask a very simple question without an intention to annoy anybody. Is the Yoruba a tribe or a cult? It's just an innocent question. Because we have Adireje filling station. It's owned by an Igbo man. Adireje in Jos here. Ask anybody that's in Jos. Adireje is owned by an Igbo man, but named it Yoruba. And people that are working there, except the accountant, who is an Igbo man, every other person is Plateau. It's mixed. But if you go to that printing, there's one street waiting that Zik Avenue, where you have these printers, these people that print paper. Everybody there, even waiting that guy, sharp impression, my friend. Everybody that is working in his office is Yoruba. If they leave, you find that Yoruba to work there. What is it with these people working with other people? Now, there are exceptions. Oh. There are exceptions. Somebody say Jonathan did the same. That is my problem with some of these Tinubu supporters. You always like to say this one did it, this one did it. Tell me how Jonathan did it. Tell me how Chief of Army Staff under Jonathan was an Igbo man. Jonathan is not Igbo. The Minister for Agriculture was a Yoruba man. Jonathan is not Yoruba. So you get me? In fact, every tribe was represented under Jonathan. So don't bring that thing. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. So I ask a question. Why can't look? I say these things with pain in my heart because there are some good Yoruba people. Adebanjo, Dele Farotimi, and some of my Yoruba friends. When they look at this video, the other people, my friends who are Yorubas who are watching me, I pray they don't see what I'm doing from a wrong perspective. But I tell you that Tinubu has set up. I don't think Tinubu came to rule this country, to lead this country. I don't think he came to lead this country. I just think he came to pursue maybe a Yoruba agenda that is not even qualifying to be a Yoruba agenda. Just messing up. These are a group of old people like the ones I saw a few days ago. It's just all about Yoruba. And I'm like, I jokingly said that I wish all these old people, anything from 45 in this country, they should just buy and go, because it's like they retain this thing that has continuously divided us more than what will bring us together. So, where are we now? The Ondo election. Look at the Ondo election. People are still collecting as low as 15,000, 5,000 to retain the same people that they complain about, that is putting them in the problem that they are. This is a strange irony that one cannot even comprehend. It's very strange. Is this why they allow our schools to deteriorate, our health facility to deteriorate? They make everything so difficult that the slightest benefit you get, you see it as grace. Let me use this opportunity to speak about one man. One man to me that I want to see how bad, which is, in fact, is the very reason why I'm doing this video. And that is one man they call Pastor Adeboye. Pastor Adeboye. Now, Pastor Adeboye recently said that we should be thanking God that dollar would have been 10,000 naira to a dollar. But because of his prayer, that is why dollar is below 2,000. I understand. You don't tell my guys for abroad want to send me dollar. I don't want to send me dollar, so I don't know how much they change dollar again. But the last time I changed dollar was 1,630. Can somebody please tell me the current rate of dollar exchange? Because I heard somebody say 1,009. So I don't like to give false information. So, this Pastor Adeboye, if you are still attending that church, or if you are someone that still hold that man as a man of God, please get your head examined. That man is a man that is trading a delusion in the name of the gospel. Let me repeat myself. Pastor Adeboye is a tribalist parading a delusion in the name of the gospel. Now here is a man who came out and protested. We saw it. You saw it. I saw it. And protested the increment of fuel during Jonathan when he bought rice at 7 naira. But refused to protest during Buhari when he bought rice 35,000. And he's not protesting now because Buhari then had an Osibanjo who is a member of his church. And now we have a Tinubu who is a Yoruba man. Rice now is now 100 and something thousand plus. So for me, this man Adeboye is just a Yoruba pastor in church business. If any man say that man is God because he's talking, so let someone shout hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord told me. Yesterday was my, and the Lord told me. It's all a lie. You see, when we tell you these things, you say that you say we hate God. We don't hate God. Recently, I saw a video where members of Olumba are destroying church that they were lied to. Hey, brother, newsflash, we've been telling you all along that you're being lied to. So if it's only now you're not realizing that you're being lied to, then you are as dumb and stupid as you actually think you are. You're not. If you are realizing now that you are being lied to, then you are truly as dumb as we thought you are. To think that this Tinubu is still angling for 2027 to retain presidency, it goes to show how bad these people have destroyed our psyche. And we need to rebuild it. We need to rebuild it. Right now, a group of Igbos are saying they want to go. These ones want to go. That one want to go. Some are confused. But look, we have to put our acts together. Truly. We have to find a way. Excuse me. We have to find a way to make sense out of this confusion that these politicians have deliberately bringing us. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's like Tinubu and his cohorts don't care if this country breaks tomorrow. In fact, I'm trying as much as possible. I'm trying as much as possible to make sense, because the confusion that we have right now is so complicated and dynamic. No wonder people say that if they explain Nigeria to you and you understand, now me say they don't explain Nigeria well. Because these people are thriving. So long as the confusion gets even more complicated, the more they get successful with their corrupt practice. It's as simple as that. So they are trying as much as possible to complicate this confusion. And the biggest tool that Tinubu is using to instill this confusion is Wike. Wike. Because at the end of the day, just like Buhari, at the end of the day, Buhari does not care about anybody. All he cares about is Fulani. The same way, the only thing Tinubu cares for is Yoruba. And let me use this opportunity to talk. The last time I made a video, I talked about your seat at home and all of that. Everything you are doing, it's in favor of the agenda of Tinubu. Everything, you sit at home. If you not sit at home, governor of this thing, Simon Ekpa is there. Simon Ekpa is just interested in himself. He's just interested in himself. If he tells you he's fighting for the interest of the Igbo land and he's using this method, it's a lie. Because whatever you are doing in the southeast right now is 100 in favor of the agenda of Tinubu. Let me tell you how it is in their favor. Number one, you might decide that you are going to disrupt election in the southeast. Election will not take place in southeast. It's in Tinubu's favor. Because at the end of the day, whether you vote or you don't vote, the government will come and the government will lead you and your Biafra will not come. So, I am saying this because we need to put our heads together and find a common sense in this confusion and push this screamo out. You know what screamo? We need to find a way to derive a common sense from this and stop this Igbo fight, Yoruba fight, South fight, Middle Belt fight, this thing fight. You get me? So, for me, nobody is saying they want to keep Nigeria. Nobody is saying they want to keep Nigeria. But I know that nobody will come and say they are going to split Nigeria. Nobody will come and say nobody will split Nigeria for you. I just tell you the truth. The investment America has in Nigeria is too big to afford Nigeria to break. The investment Britain has in Nigeria is too big to afford Nigeria to break. The investment China has in Nigeria is too big to have Nigeria break. So if you want to live in that delusion that Nigeria will break, fine. After all, they say ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. And it is this confusion, this lack of coherence that sustains the resolve of these politicians to want to continue doing what they are doing. The day the politicians begin to perceive that Nigerians have the capability of being one. Take example of the NSAS protest. When for once Nigeria became one, everybody was shaking. Take for instance when the Niger Delta militants started blowing up pipes. It shook Nigeria. They had to come down on their knees and beg. So, let me tell you the truth. In as much as we cling on to these tribal enclaves that we have built for ourselves, the IPOB agitation, the Odu agitation, the Niger Delta agitation, the Middle Belt agitation, these are delusional compartments that will not work, but we believe it will work because it's a delusion that that massages our is a delusion that massages our expectation, all because we are suffering. But I'm begging that we should find a way to have a common sense that will emanate from people with a common problem. Look, these people that are causing this confusion, they are few. They are few. When they are in Abuja, they don't fight along these tribal lines. They don't fight along this religious line. Trust me, I've been in a club where they drink beer and flirt and carry women together. They don't care. It's only when they come to politics, they tell you about religion, they tell you about tribe, Emilokon and Awalok and all this nonsense. But I am very particular. See, every tribe has tribalism. Every tribe has tribalism. But that of the Southwest is on another level. That of the Southwest is on another level. And trust me, I used to think that the Fulanis were our problems. But do you know that it is easier to reason with a Fulani man than a tribal bigot? I saw that firsthand in Ilorin, especially these Yoruba Muslims that are tribal bigot. Those are the worst set of human beings in Nigeria. It's easier to sit down. When I say this, I'm not just saying them hypothetically. At the stadium, there was this house saga. We sit down, we discuss. They would tell you wholeheartedly that Jonathan is a good leader, that they did wrong by misjudging him. That Peter Obi will be a good leader, but this Biafra they are hearing about. So what if they give Peter Obi and his pressure to part way for Biafra? You get me? I'm just telling you the truth. That's the mind of the people here in the north. It's not as if they don't know that Peter Obi will be a good leader. It's not as if, but they are trying to get Peter Obi. They stay here, Biafra, Biafra, Biafra by the side. So which do you want? The presidency or Biafra? So they are confused. That's why you see they are behaving the way they are behaving. It's not as if they don't know that Peter Obi will be a good leader.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have listened to that. And what do you think about what he said? Do you believe on what he said or not? Anyway, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tell me what you think. Share this message, and God bless you. See you again on the next one. Bye bye for now.